Hey everyone, are you tired of watching your hard earned Canadian dollars just vanish into thin air every time you try to send money to Mexico? Yeah, me too. I'm your host, and as a fellow mindful traveler, I'm always looking for ways to travel smarter. So, in today's explainer, I'm going to walk you through an insider financial hack that completely bypasses the traditional and honestly super expensive banking system. Let's get right into it. 30 to 40 Canadian dollars. Just let that sink in for a second. That is the painful upfront fee you are probably paying right now every single time you send a standard wire transfer through one of the big five Canadian banks. It's an immediate hit. Your money hasn't even left the country yet, and poof, it's gone. As mindful travelers, look, we can do way better than just handing our cash over to the big banks. So here is our roadmap for this explainer. 1. The hidden cost of transfers. 2. The mindful traveler solution. 3. Setting up your accounts. 4. The bill pay secret. 5. Sending funds to Mexico. And finally, 6. The bottom line savings. All right, section 1. The hidden cost of transfers. Here's the thing. Traditional banks actually double dip into your cash. Not only are they hitting you with that crazy flat wire fee we just talked about, but they also sneak in a 1 to 3% markup by giving you a genuinely terrible exchange rate. So they're skimming off the top twice. And what does that mean for you? Well, it means you end up with significantly fewer Mexican pesos on the other side. Moving on to section 2, the mindful traveler's solution. Okay, so what's the alternative? It's all about pairing Wise with EQ Bank. While traditional banks are hitting you with huge fees and those hidden markups, our Wise and EQ Bank combo gives you the real true mid-market exchange rate. No hidden markups and a tiny fee of literally just 1 to 5 Canadian dollars, depending on how much you're sending. Plus, instead of crossing your fingers and hoping your money arrives in 3 to 5 days with absolutely zero tracking, this combo gets it there in 1 to 3 days, complete with live status updates right on your phone. Section 3. Setting up your accounts. The good news is you only have to do this setup once. First, you're going to create a Wise account online or right in their app. You'll complete their standard identity verification, which usually just means snapping a quick pic of your photo ID and a proof of address document. Second, you'll open an EQ Bank Savings Plus account. And honestly, the best part about the EQ Bank account is that it is completely free. Zero monthly fees. You literally just need a Canadian address and your social insurance number to get that set up. Okay, section 4, the bill pay secret. Now, I really want you to pay close attention here because this is where the magic happens. This is the critical step. To fund your Wise account the absolute cheapest way possible, we are going to use EQ Bank's bill pay feature. But we need a special code first. So you'll log into Wise, go to your Canadian dollar balance, and click Add Money. You'll want to choose bill payment as your funding method. Wise is then going to generate a reference number for you on that final screen. Now, stop right there. Do not actually finish the payment in Wise. Just copy that reference number to your clipboard. And here is the secret sauce. Your Wise transfer ID is your EQ bank account number. I'll say that again. This exact mapping is everything. It is exactly how you link your EQ bank account to your Wise account as a regular bill payee. And that is how we completely bypass those ridiculous wire transfer fees. So how do we do it? Inside EQ Bank, you're going to go to Add a New Biller and just search for Wise. For the payee name, obviously select Wise. For the account number, paste in that exact transfer ID you just copied from Wise. It usually starts with a P and then has a string of numbers after it. You don't even need a memo. Now, just a quick heads up, EQ Bank does have a limit of $25,000 per transaction for bill payments. So if you're moving a really large amount, say for real estate or major living expenses, you'll just need to break it up across multiple payments. No big deal. Section 5. Sending funds to Mexico. All right, let's actually send some money. First, you'll initiate a standard bill payment inside EQ Bank to that newly set up Wise payee for the exact amount you want to send. And guess what? EQ Bank charges exactly $0 for this transfer. Absolutely nothing. Then, you just wait 2 to 3 business days for those funds to clear into your Wise account. Once the money pops up in your Wise Canadian dollar balance, open the Wise app, hit send, select Mexican pesos, and type in your recipient's 18-digit clave number. The moment you hit confirm in Wise, your funds are actually sent using something called SPI. Basically, SPI is Mexico's instant payment system. This means Wise is able to deposit the Mexican pesos directly and pretty much immediately into the recipient's local bank account over in Mexico. It is incredibly smooth. Section 6. The bottom line savings. Let's look at the actual math here.
Say you're sending 1,000 Canadian dollars to Mexico. If you use a standard Big 5 bank wire, you are instantly eating a $30 to $40 upfront fee, plus whatever money you're losing on their terrible hidden exchange rate markup. Now, if you choose to fund Wise using a debit or credit card, yeah, it's better, but you're still paying a $5 to $15 fee, plus maybe some extra card fees. But if you use our mindful EQ Bank Bill Pay to Wise method,
Your total cost is right around 6 Canadian dollars. That's it. Just $6. Because you're getting the true mid-market exchange rate and you're using a zero-fee bill payment to actually fund the transfer, you're stripping away all that institutional bloat. This massive reduction in fees, it literally means keeping hundreds of dollars in your own pocket over a year of traveling or living abroad. Now, just for full transparency, let's cover a couple of quick caveats. Because the bill pay step does take 2 to 3 days to clear, you do need to plan ahead a little bit. This method is not for sudden, same-day emergencies. But you can rest assured it is incredibly secure. EQ Bank is CDIC protected, and Wise is a regulated money services business. Oh, and a quick pro tip. If you are ever in a rush and need the money sent today, you can actually use Interac e-Transfer to fund Wise instantly instead of using bill pay. It is a faster alternative. It'll just cost you a tiny bit more in fees. And that brings us to the end of our explainer. So I have to ask, have you tried this mindful method yet to bypass the big banks? And more importantly, what are you going to do with all those hundreds of dollars you'll save on fees? Take a little time to set this foundation up before your next trip or transfer to Mexico. Yes, it takes a tiny bit of patience up front, but the rewards for your wallet are just tremendous. Thank you so much for joining me today. Safe travels out there, and I will see you in the next explainer.